Hey, John O'Brien. Why is it that African Americans in particular are so successful in sports, the arts, and entertainment? It's very simple, actually. It's because the rules are published and the playing field is level. I want you to think about this. This is from my book, The Memo. In my last book, The Memo, I wrote that capital comes from the Latin root word capitas, knowledge in the head. We have knowledge. These athletes are brilliant. These artists, these entertainers, they're brilliant. And they've been able to apply that brilliance in a meaningful way because the rules are published and the playing field is level. What do I mean by that? And why is that relevant to the civil rights movement? Why is that relevant to Operation Hope's work? Why is that relevant to what I'm telling you about unleashing your potential through free enterprise and getting as much education as you can shove down your throat and access to capital, and access to opportunity, and becoming a businessman or an entrepreneur and to conquer, right? Why? Why am I telling you this? And what does that have to do with the story of African Americans who are successful in the arts and entertainment and sports? Because of how we were treated in this country and how we came up. And because we never got the memo on money and free enterprise and entrepreneurship, the Freedmen's Bank of 1865, you heard me talk about that. We're the only organization ever in history to get the White House to rename a building on the White House campus, now called the Freedmen's Bank. Go check it out in Washington, D.C., across from the Treasury Department. But in 1865, black folks had a chance, Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass' legacy, to have a bank chartered to teach free slaves about money, financial literacy. After slavery, after Emancipation Proclamation, unfortunately, Lincoln was killed, and that bank fell into disrepair because the president that came after Lincoln was a real jerk. And as a result of that, we never got the memo on how do you build. So we know how to very well cash the check. We may not know how to write it. Not because we're dumb or we're stupid. We're actually brilliant. We've been doing so much with so little for so long. We can almost do anything with nothing. I'm going to repeat it. We've been doing so much with so little for so long. We can almost do anything with nothing. So what happened with African Americans is that we were discriminated against, and we found a pathway in basically two areas. I'm going to give you a big get here. Sports, athletes, sports, the arts, and entertainment. Why? Because if you ran real fast in the Olympics or whatever, and you won the race, there's no gaming there. If you dance beautifully, and people experienced it and are proud of that and clapped, there's no gaming in that. If you sing like Aretha Franklin or Whitney Houston or whoever your favorite artist is, if you rap like Jay-Z, whatever, whoever your hero or shiro is, then you're going to buy their music, you're going to their concerts. It doesn't matter what the race is. It doesn't matter what the cultural experience is. In fact, you go to a lot of these concerts for African-American artists, and most of those buying tickets are white. Because they appreciate, like everybody else, good music. So because the playing field is level and the rules are published, we excel, and as a result, we rise. But in free enterprise and capitalism and opportunity, the rules aren't published, and the playing field is not necessarily level. A lot of it is relationship capital. And if I don't like you, if I don't trust you, I'm not going to do business with you. And if you don't know the rules of the game, and you don't know how this game is played, then how do you ever succeed? Go get my book, The Memo. Understand how this world works. Understand the stuff that no one ever taught you. It's but what you don't know that's killing you, but you think you know. It's what you don't know that's killing you, but you think you know. And then go see my folks at Operation Hope and go get the memo on your economic freedom. And even if you're brilliantly talented in the arts or sports or entertainment, as I've just described, understand that what Jay-Z said is, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Understand that it's the music business, it's the sports business, that all these areas are ultimately industries. And you have to understand that industry so that you don't get gamed. What did Quincy Jones tell me one day? If you think you're in the music business and you don't own music rights, publishing rights, or licensing rights, you're actually not in the music business. You're just a temporary performer. So whatever you do, you've got to control it, because if you're in the NFL, you have an average career span of 3.5 years, and then you're done. and you're injured. And what skill do you have? So the thing that we were given, the thing that no one could take from us as enslaved people, and then post that era through civil rights and even in the midst of discrimination and racism and everything else that we deal with, and they couldn't take our raw talent that inspired so many and touch them directly. But what will happen when we change the game and we flip the script and we become the whole picture and not just part of it? This is a civil rights movement. If civil rights was waged and won in the streets, civil rights will be waged and won in the suites. John Hope Bryant, I'm out. Go see my team at Operation Hope and take your life back.